Hello everyone, my name is Longley. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the regular weekly market update. It has been 7 days past and I am glad that you are back to this channel to listen to a weekly market update specifically for the real estate market in Arizona. Today we are going to continue sharing with you a couple of information about the number of listing and the demand, how strong the market is in Arizona. And we are also going to look at a live about the amount of listing in the market, okay? So recently on January 31st, which is last Friday, they already have the report. Sorry, I just lost my mind now. They already have a report about a number of new homes, which is right now, believe it or not, is a great source of new listing coming to the market because the resale is completely going down a lot, right? And we're going to talk more about that too. So we are looking at the number right now. It shows the total number of new build in 2020, which is about 31,475 permit for the entire Arizona, for the entire Maricopa and Pinal counties, right? And that is about 76% of the entire Arizona. So in Maricopa and Pinal County, we do have a lot of new build coming to the market, and it's a crazy number. If you compare to 2019, it's actually an increase of 28%. An increase of 28%. And even with that increase, there are actually some community that just don't have any lot to sell. And some of you is like, why didn't they release the lot and sell it to you? First of all, getting the permit is not an easy process. It takes time for them to get the permit, and even if they have the permit and they don't have the money, and basically what the builders do, right? They're also taking on a loan to build up the house and then sell it out and repay the loan. And if there are too many debt already, the lender probably will not give them the money anymore. So that is another reason to limit the amount of every month, the amount of lots that they can release each month. It could be because they don't have people. Right? They hire a limited number of contractors. So if there are too many houses, if they go under contract with too many people, buyers, then they cannot keep up the building speed, and the buyer could get mad and things like that. So they don't want that to happen. So those are the three reasons why the builder kind of limits their lot. And in fact, there's some of the community that I saw is that they don't even have available lot until middle of March, meaning is that they willing to not doing anything, not accepting any other contract for 45 days straight. So that is crazy, because even though we already have an increase of 28% of the new build, which is a great supply for the buyers right now, it's still not enough for the demand. The demand is so high right now because of the low interest rate. One thing that I have to be aware of, for those of you who are looking to buy a new build, be careful, because I know a lot of you want to take advantage of low interest rate now and then buying a house with a low interest rate for low monthly payment, right? One thing to factor in is that if you buy a brand new build from land, it's going to take about 7 to 8 months for them to finish. Now, the interest cannot be locked 60 days from the completion of the home. So you might not be able to have, I'm not predicting the future or anything like that, but if the interest raised, if the interest is going to go up 8 months from now, then you might not have the same low interest rate as of right now. However, though, if the interest rate going even lower, that is actually better for you, right? So those are the information about the new build, about the number of new build. We're looking at couple of cities for the entire Phoenix, right? Phoenix City, that is 4,562 permit for the entire Phoenix. Buckeye coming to number 2, 3,341, which makes sense because a lot of people coming from California, Buckeye is kind of closer to California. Maybe that's the reason, we don't know, but it could be because of there are too many. There are too many people that want that area also. Mesa coming to third, 2826, 2,826. Right. So those are the leading in terms of having permit for new build in Arizona. Gilbert, Chandler, Glendale, Scottsdale. Of course, we don't see those big guy anymore in this list because obviously they don't. They first of all, they just don't have a lot of empty land for new build to be built. So there's just not have enough people. Just not have enough permit in that to make them top 10 of the list. All right. However, though, if you are looking at the next list, which is we already see this too many times. This is, I'm sorry. This is the Comfort Market Index. We're going to look at that very often. Let me share my screen. And sorry, I just want to, yeah, sorry about that. I should have prepared this. But let me turn this up as well. But this is a Comfort Market report created by the Comfort Report Company, which is a really reliable source of real estate information. If you have any question, they are the right one to go to. This is a Comfort Market Report index right here. As you see, every single of them just right similar to last week, right? Every single of them is 100 point or higher, which show an extreme seller market. The other thing that you recognize is this week we actually have 8 CDs now that's actually above 600 points, which is 6 times than the normal. Last week is actually only 6 CDs that on the top 8. The top higher than 600. And now the last one that I want to point out is Avondale has replaced Chandler to be the number 1 CD that the seller has a great advantage compared to Chandler. Last week Chandler was the first in place, but now Avondale has been replaced that. So as you see here, obviously we still see that the higher the seller still have so much advantage to sell a home right now. And then they're gonna have great appreciation. Their home gonna be sold very quickly if it is priced right. By the way, last week I talked about if it is priced crazily high, then nobody gonna look at that anyway. So if you have to price the property competitively, and then you're gonna have to get a higher bidding war to get a higher offer price. So if it is listed in the price right range, if it is in a desired location, the house could be sold very quickly. Okay. And the next topic that I want to talk about, there's one thing that I want to talk about is that I know a lot of people, a lot of homeowners right now are considering selling. However, though, because of this crazy market right here, some of the people ask me the question, Long, what if I sell my house and I cannot find a property to live in? So that is a very tough question because for some of you who are able to qualify for both mortgages, that wouldn't be a problem, right? You can just buy that house using another mortgage and then sell this house later on. But for majority of the community, not a lot of people can qualify for mortgages on 2 houses, so they have to make sure that they are able to sell and then go buy this house. However, though, the selling part is extremely easy, but the buying part is so difficult, right? So they worry like, hey, if I sell it, I don't have a house, I have to move to the rental. There are too many movings, and I don't want to do that. One thing that we can do is rely on a contingency contract. However, that contingency contract is super weak. And in this market right here, it's so difficult for you to win a contingency contract. So contingency meaning that you say, hey, new home seller, I am going to buy your house. However, you have to wait for me to sell my house. No one gonna do that in this market unless you offer them a really good deal. You have to sacrifice, you have to willing to pay a little bit higher, then they may accept that. However, there is a creative way. If you are familiar with a company called Knock, they have an extremely creative program that people can be. You still have this mortgage, right? You're still owning this home. However, they're gonna have a program to qualify you to buy a new property, even though this house hasn't been on the market, hasn't been sold yet. That is the qualification that they give you is actually a non-contingency offer, non-contingency qualification, meaning that in the eye of the new seller, you are just as normal as other buyers, right? So when you have that qualification, you go looking for houses. You actually do the reverse, right? Most of the people sell first and then buy later, or do it at the same time, which causes a lot of stress. Now it's just simple as, okay, you're just going to search for the home, right? When you find the right home, you offer it, you win the offer, you close on that new house, move the entire family completely to that new house, and then sell the other house later, sell the old house later as fast as you want. Right? So that makes your process, that makes the entire process easier and smoother, and make sure that you don't have a lot of stress. You still be able to move and you still be able to sell the house. So that is a win-win for you. So if you do have any question about that program, if you do have any question about that program for make it easy for you to sell and buy your new house, please contact me. My cell phone number 602-515-2442. The last thing that I want to share with you, the reason why Avondale become #1 on the market is that is this screen right here. I am sharing with you. This is the okay, right here. So this is the MLS, which is the multiple listing service that all the realtor are using. I'm not showing all the information, but it's easier to show that way. The Avondale, if you search for Avondale City, at this time there are a total. I just searched this about 1 hour ago. It was I was laughing because it was 20 about an hour ago. Now it's gone down to only 15. So Avondale is the cities that have the least amount of listing at this time in the entire Maricopa Path. That's why it's extremely competitive for the buyers to buy in this area right here, and that is the reason why the seller has a great advantage in selling the home at this time for Avondale. All right, that is it for today. Again, if you do have any question, as I always say, if you do have any question about the home and the selling process, evaluation of your home, or any other question about the market, feel free to give me a comment in the section below, and I will respond to you as soon as I can. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.